Well, it was something that we had not anticipated, obviously. And it was pretty devastating when we first got the diagnosis.
After David received his diagnosis, I can only say that it was incredibly devastating. I've never anticipated that kind of a sadness ever in my life.
Alzheimer's is a disease that causes brain failure. It's going to affect areas of cognition, social functioning, the ability to just navigate through their daily life.
So we were living, pretty busy lives and looking forward to retirement because we were both approaching that age. Our kids, grown up, gone. They had their own kids. We were enjoying going to visit them in New York and Tennessee and Colorado Springs, depending on where they were living at the time. But once we got the diagnosis, my wife was having trouble getting around. She couldn't remember where she was going or how to get there or how to get home.
My time and efforts would obviously have to be delved into becoming his full-time caregiver. And that was a very frightening prospect for both of us for many reasons. But it involved a huge change in roles, and that was hard for me to accept.
The highlight of her day is, to sit in front of the TV and watch reruns of something that she's seen 100 different times. And it's like she's never seen it before.
The plans and the dreams that we had once hoped would become a reality probably would not.
Alzheimer's Association, we provide several programs for caregivers. We provide free care consultations. We have education classes where they can come and learn about the progression of the disease. They can learn about behaviors, how to manage those behaviors. We also have support groups, which is for the caregiver, so that they are able to start developing a plan for self-care. We also have information and referral services. We have a wonderful 24/7 helpline that caregivers can access 24/7 any time of the day, any day of the year, including holidays, and they can get support through that helpline number.
Fortunately, we found the association, the Alzheimer's Association, and they were extremely helpful in, number one, educating us about the disease and then providing support. Probably the major support, from my point of view, was the Savvy Caregiver class, because it told me everything I didn't want to know about Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's disease takes a devastating toll, not just on those with the disease, but on entire families. It is also the most expensive disease in America. In 2018, the direct cost to American Society of Caring for Those with the Disease will total an estimated $277 billion, set to increase to $1.1 trillion by 2050. There is no cure for Alzheimer's, but there is help. The Alzheimer's Association provides educational courses for caregivers and people living with Alzheimer's. The Spanish language bilingual Cuidando con Respeto is a complete cultural translation of skills for dementia caregiving with a sensitivity to the values and customs of Spanish-speaking families.
Like I say, whether you like it or not, it's probably the most beneficial class that you'll ever take, because it'll tell you what you need to know as a caregiver in order to survive the disease?
What I would say, because I want to hug these people, because I felt so lost and so frightened, and I felt like a huge aspect of who I am and what I felt my future would bring at that point was taken from me. That there's hope. There may not be hope for eventual and soon in the future prevention and disease, but that you will get through this. And with the help and strength of the resources that the Alzheimer's associations can offer, or just the help and support of friends that say they have been there, can provide, I want them to know that they will be okay.